Hey, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I came across something. I just had to do it. The title of this video is, why do people lose valuable stuff in storage auctions? Came across this article, and I read it, and it was just like, what about the stories of the people who lose this stuff? Storage wars and auction hunters, they're benefiting from the economic crisis that are making people lose their stuff. I'm here to tell you, no, they're not. Storage auctions have been going on across the country for the last 4 decades. 40-something years these auctions have been happening. It didn't have anything to do. Well, I will say that due to the economy, more storage units are coming up on the market than ever before. That is a fact. But these units would still be coming up for auction, whether there was a storage wars and auction hunters or whatever have you, it will still happen. So this is the deal. This is a burning question. You see the fines, you wonder, how did someone let that go? And the first thing you want to say, if that was me, it would never happen. Let me break it off to you. If you were that person and you were the exact same person, the same results would happen. So that doesn't really apply. This is the deal. People die, go to jail, don't give a shit, or just let it go. If you look at my blog post, I'm going to Japan to start a dojo. Dude, just let it go. He's like, I don't care about that. I'm going to be one with my dojo in Japan. He just left the United States of America, went over to do his thing. He didn't give a shit about what was left over here. That happens more than you know. Another reason, people had their stuff in storage for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and they're like tired of paying on it. They don't even remember what they put in there. Here's a test for you. I want you to close your eyes and think about everything that you have in your house of value. Just it. Go ahead, humor me. Do it. Then open your eyes, then write down the list, then go home, and I guarantee you, you're going to find stuff that you didn't put on the list. And you see that stuff every day. Imagine you have a storage unit that's a few miles away, or in some cases a few states away, and it's been in there for, once the 6-month mark is kind of where it starts to get fuzzy. After a year, you remember the big stuff, but you don't remember Grandma Judy's gold bracelet. You don't remember that your mama put her bag of costume jewelry, but oh wow, she left 4 or 5, maybe 6 14-karat gold bracelets in there. You don't remember that. Oh, you remember the long elephant gun, but you forget about the 3 handguns. People forget. How many times have you seen someone get up off their seat and leave their laptop in Starbucks in the airport? How many? You sit, hey, yo, very valuable, right there in the moment. So this is how it happens. People have too much stuff. If you have a house that is full of furniture and it's from the rooter to the full, then you've got 1, 2, 10 by 20s full of more stuff. You don't need it. This is my honest opinion. When I moved, I got rid of everything because I knew I was moving into a smaller place because I was tired of the maintenance of a house. I was tired of dealing with that crap. And I was like, you know what? We're about to simplify. I sold it all and begin anew. Why? Due to the current economic crisis, everything is on sale. I've gotten stuff that, I just bought this sofa set brand new. I know it's weird, but I saw it a few years ago. This sucker, the sofa was $2,500. I got the sofa for $1,300. Everything is on sale. So I knew that I could get brand new, wonderful stuff at a deep discount with just a little bit of shopping. So that's why I let the stuff go. And, if you watch the videos, you know that a lot of times I didn't really keep stuff. Every now and then I kept stuff. And, clothing, I kept a lot of clothing. But the bigger stuff, the nicer stuff, sell it, sell it, sell it. It's got to go. It's got to go. It's got to make me some money. But that is what happens. And one of the reasons there is so much disbelief, because I thought about it, because people will argue up and down. The shows are staged, and I wrote about that. To a certain degree, there's a certain amount of staging that goes on. That's just my opinion. But is it possible to buy a unit and make out like a fat rat? Oh, hell yes. Is it possible to buy a unit and lose your ass? Oh, hell yeah. It's a roll of the dice and it's a gamble. But the reality is, just like you can lose big, you can win big. And that's what's really funny. And I've really solved the problem. The reason that there are some people who are so sentimental that have a huge, huge problem with this is because they feel that it can happen to them. As long as you're isolated and it doesn't really impact your life, you could give two shits. Every day you go into a discounted store and you get wonderful merchandise that's been deeply discounted because someone made a poor decision, a company went out of business, a bank extended a loan that will not be paid, and from that chain of events, a lot of people felt pain. Did you care? No, I got my deal. Oh, look at this, girl. This was last year. This was $2,000. You didn't give a shit. Look, I just talked about, I got new furniture. It's a deeply discounted because it ain't selling. I got a deal. But I understand that for me to get that deal, a lot of bad things happen. And I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Bad shit happened to me. It's life. I have been broke. I have been homeless. And I have learned that the only person that's going to be looking out for you is you. And when you put yourself in a position where you understand how the world works and understand the true golden rule, it's not do unto others. No, it's not that bullshit. The golden rule is he who has the gold makes the rules. Predicating your life on that point, that means you need to get some gold so you can make some rules. Because as long as you don't have any gold, you can't make the rules and you're subject to the whims and desires of those who have it. That's what I talk about in my video, build your own economy. Creating your own economy, that's the only way you're going to have peace of mind and not have to worry about this stuff. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worthwhile and you will develop a certain level of self-respect that you never had in your life. But as long as you're sitting on the sidelines going, it's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair, they should do something about that. They need to help those people out. What the fuck are you doing to help those people out besides sitting around going, it ain't fair, it ain't fair. Look, I can say this with a straight face. In the last 2 weeks, I fed a homeless person. I reached in my wallet and bought a person I felt was homeless a meal. Can I save everybody? No. But I ain't sitting over here on the sidelines bitching about what I can't do and going, it ain't fair. I help those that I can. Many of you who are sitting out there bitching and whining have not even given a dime to a charity. But you do, because really it's all about you. Because you know that your financial situation is a little janky. You're on the precipice of going over the edge. So you identify with those people that lost their stuff. That's what it really is. It's not like you give two shits about these people. It's not like you're organizing a rent party or a lottery or something to help these folks out. You're not reaching in your wallet to go pay up a bill. You're doing none of that because it's about you and you feel that you're on the edge and that's why you're whining because it's getting kind of close. It's getting kind of close. So all this shit about caring about your fellow man, please, if you did, the country would not be in the state that it is because a lot of people are narcissistic and extremely selfish. That's one of the reasons that we're going through this stuff that is happening. But back to the core discussion. People lose wonderful, magnificent stuff every day due to poor decisions and a lack of planning. We are, one of the reasons I named my blog The Urban Pack Rat, that's what people do. For years, I'm sitting there going through stuff. I'm like, why do you have this? I know you have pots and pans in your house. You get the mail. Some people bring their mail and magazines from their current residence and put it in there. And I Google it, and this is a big ass house. A few times I've driven by and I'm like, you lost your shit and you live in here? I'm serious. So I don't feel sorry. I have a certain level of empathy because I've been through hard times. But I know that many of the hard times that I went through were from me making some bad decisions. That's the truth. Making some bad decisions. It wasn't like I walked in the room and hard times said, hey, how you doing, Glidden? I'm about to be your best friend. No. I made some piss poor decisions and it bit me in the ass. And I'm saying, if you have a storage unit and you've been renting it for 3 to 4 to 5 years and you're not rich and you just got money to blow fast, you're stupid. Because this is what's happening. The stuff in that unit is going down in value. And you're paying all this money to hold on to some shit that is losing value as you breathe right now. That to me is stupid. What do? You get rid of it, you sell it, and you move on. But you know, this is the United States of America. People like to collect stuff. Hoarders have stuff. It's like we become emotionally attached to all this bullshit doesn't matter, yet you will step over a man who's homeless, which does matter. That cracks me up. But this is the deal, folks. Good stuff comes out of those units because people have a high level of apathy and they have more money at some part in their life than they needed, and they went out and bought all this stuff and poof, it went up for sale. And another reason a lot of great stuff comes up for sale is people buy it on credit and they never paid for it, so when they lose it, it ain't like they paid for it. Telling you. But I really love these namby-pamby articles. I really do, because it is endemic of what's wrong with this country. It's one thing to write about it, but what are you doing about it? And I want to say thank you to all the people who watch this channel, and thank you to all those folks who have stopped coming at me with that dumb-ass question, because the reality is, you lost your unit unless you were struck by lightning, murdered, killed, or you had a hospital emergency. You lost it due to being stupid. Yeah, I said you lost your unit being stupid. You knew that you were only making X amount of dollars. There was an article about this woman who was on monthly, either government, she was getting a government check. It was very low. She was spending 50% of her government benefit check to pay on 2 storage units. 50% of her income to save some stuff that was losing value. You know the story. She lost it. She lost it. People don't think. You can't hold on to all this stuff. I mean, everybody doesn't have that type of money. You have to, one day you got to realize and say, look, this is where I'm at in life, and I need to make some radical decisions or my life will stay the same. So that's my deal, because after buying a few thousand units and going through the lives, I realized that the people that lose it due to extreme hardship and really bad times are rare. The ones that lose it to poor decisions, dumb shit, blowing money fast, that's the majority of the units that go for auction. And I don't want to hear this stuff about, oh, I didn't get a job. No, you know what? You need to have a savings account, motherfucker. You need to have 6 months, a year's worth of money in the bank. But no, you out there buying Louis Vuitton, buying Prada, buying boats, buying guns, buying stuff you don't need. And then when you don't have no money, it's like, whoa. Because something I realized, only way that the truly rich people that lost their stuff was when someone else was handling it. And that's how I usually came across the super nice stuff of a person that was once wealthy, like my safe unit out in Conyers. The kids put that stuff in the unit. He didn't. He died. He did the right thing. And his kids, they did not. All right, that is enough of my indignation of the day. But I read these articles, I'm just like, stop. The reason that this country's in the big mess that it is because people did not participate in the process. They turned their head to the left while somebody was picking their pocket, and they thought it was a tickle when they were being raped. That's the reason. Pay attention. The price of freedom is extraordinarily high, and in my opinion, it's worth it. But that's the deal. So understand, if you're a storage auction buyer and someone's coming at you, you shouldn't be buying that stuff. You should help them out. Look them in the face and say, how many people did you help out today that you didn't know? And I guarantee you, they're going to shut up because they have nothing to say. All right, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions.